Ron Harris here from MuscularDevelopment.com with our continued coverage of the IFBB North American Championships in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coverage brought to you by High Tech Pharmaceuticals, and we're rolling right along with the Open Men's Bodybuilding has just finished up. I'm standing here with new IFBB Pro Light Heavyweight Champion Deontrai Campbell. Congratulations, Deontrai.
Thank you.
I understand you haven't been doing this terribly long.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about how you got into bodybuilding.
First off, glory to God. Well, got lost into the worldly scene, partying and all that stuff, but just an average lifter into sports, football, you know, kind of big throughout my years of lifting and all that stuff. So people come up to me and was like, hey, are you a bodybuilder? I'm like, I don't want to be a bodybuilder. I don't want to get on stage with those trunks, you know, and all that stuff, just all that. And then I was like, I love food. Just, I don't know if I can be that strict. But coming into bodybuilding, I learned it's just a way different atmosphere. It's helpful in the real life world on being strict and being on top of things, more on top of things than you would usually. So yeah, got into my first show, did really well, swept the whole show, and then took a year off, and then kind of felt like it was being led to go back into bodybuilding. Went into Team U. Won my class in heavyweights, and then barely missed my pro card. Got beat by a light heavyweight, fantastic guy. Then was about to take another break off, you know, my wife being pregnant. Yeah. Then I met my coach, Manus Buckle, and yeah.
Manus is actually competing today.
Yeah, he's actually competing. He's actually competing. So,
wait a minute, didn't you beat him today? Oh no, he only did the over 35. Sorry about that. Different division.
I think he did that for a reason too. No, I'm just playing. But he had the idea of going light heavyweight. So I said, I've been through basic training in the military. I've never been under 200 pounds. How am I going to do that? I've never been under 200 since high school. That's about 10 years ago. So sure enough, it tested me so many times. I wanted to quit, I'm not going to lie. It was hard, but it was worth it every step of the way. And I can look back at it and just be proud of what I've gone through and what I've struggled through and overcame.
So you moved down a weight class. Do you feel, you know, looking at your look at Team U and looking at this, which look do you like better? 'Cause this is the one that turned you pro. Yeah. But is this the look that you like better?
I love this look. I love this look that we brought, this package, this overall, the symmetry, the conditioning was the key. I know that's what got me, because there were a lot of guys that were bigger than me, but the conditioning brought it in. And I kept telling my wife that too. If I'm not going to be the biggest, I'm going to be the most conditioned. So waking up at 12 o'clock in the morning, and then back in the gym 3 hours later, and then grueling schedule, as a lot of bodybuilders do. But I love this sport now. It's a sport that I feel like I was built for. God has led me to for a reason, and I just can't wait to see what comes from this sport in my career.
So we were just talking, your wife was just here. You're going to be a dad pretty soon, or
yeah.
how soon is this coming up?
So she's about 23 weeks right now, going into the third trimester, which I hear is the hardest trimester. That's been a process in itself, with her wanting her cravings and all that stuff, and I'm being the first. That's my first baby, and we're newly married too. Wow. So people are telling me, just let her have what she wants, and I'm like, but she's having pizza, the stuff I love, and she's having the stuff I love. And that was another test to this road to this IFBB Pro card that I overcame and overcame just so much. Yeah.
Now, you have your pro card in hand. I don't know if you've given any thought to this, because you've been a pro for about 40 seconds now. But, you know, I'm sure in the back of your head you kind of had little thoughts about where you're going to go from here. Yeah. So where are you going from here?
That's something that my coach and I got to talk about, my wife and I got to talk about, and I got to pray about, because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And I know I have all these thoughts in my back. Of course, I want to, you know, let's get big, let's put in some work, and let's find the next show and all that stuff. But with having a baby coming on the way, I know we got to kind of settle back, you know, pick the right shows. And being in the military, that kind of limits you as well, because we have mandated days we have to be.
Oh, you're active service. I didn't know you were still
National Guard. Yeah, so once a month, and we go once a month, and they sometimes I looked at the schedule actually when they gave us our schedule for the military, and I was like, oh, I can't do this show next year. I can't do this show next year. If I'm going to do this show, I'm going to be out in the field. How am I going to lift weights? Right. So those are some of the things that I had to overcome as well throughout this journey, which God made a way, and we got it done. And I'll tell you, these last couple of days of trying to drop, I was about a week ago 211 pounds. Oh. Yeah, and we had to drop all of that water. I was dying, giving my wife attitude, a lot of attitude, and she was giving it back. But we made it to 198 just in time, and then we refed as quickly as we can, and we got the job done.
Awesome. Could you step back, hit a few shots so you can see what you look like?
Right. Good?
There you are. Yeah. Right on. Your front lat, most muscular, and can't lose with that one. Awesome. Perfect. Cool, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations on your pro card.
Thank you.
I love to hear when people had to overcome a little obstacle on the way and they still made it happen.
Yeah.
That gives inspiration to other people out there that are obviously, you know, life happens to everybody.
Yeah, it does.
Not everybody has the perfect schedule and all this going for them.
Yeah.
So thanks for inspiring everybody. Congratulations. Go get some food. For muscledevelopment.com, it's Ron Harris with new pro Deontrai
Campbell.
Campbell, my bad. Catch you later.